Hey friends and family, how you all doing? It's Wednesday morning and I'm doing my morning check-in. Yeah, I kind of like this. I like doing a video in the morning and yeah. So I'll just be relaxed today. I'm going to try and not worry about the time because I just won't. Okay, let's just first a recap of last night. Thank you very much, people, friends, family, for your comments on the seven. They're not completely sold out yet, but I'll say this: you folks that have gotten in touch with me saying that you really want it but you haven't paid yet, you better do it because the money talks. I mean, I'd have to be realistic. I couldn't do this if I were just holding things for everyone. If you want the record, buy it. Um, so many thoughts. Oh, so yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll go on and talk about music and Dereck 3 and personal music business. I'll get back to that when I'm more focused. I do hope to get to the studio and finish up my remaster for Dereck 2 today and to get moving on the artwork. My decision on the artwork, I'm not sure yet. But what I usually do also in the morning is I'll watch maybe one or two videos before I make a video. Not always, but usually that's how it is. And then I'm leisurely watching videos now. Once again, folks, I refuse to feel obligated, and I fight that feeling. I do. I fight the feeling of feeling obligated to watch people's videos to to help people feel included. Um, that's part of my nature. It was what I was taught is to, always include others. But I want you to know that I struggle against that because I'll find myself watching videos and then I'll get to a point of watching videos and I'll be resenting it because I'm not enjoying it, okay? So once again, I love you all, but some videos I just can't stand watching. When I do enjoy a video, and one video I enjoyed this morning is Glass Orchid Aftermath's Sunshine Pop Light Psych video. Last night I also watched Sublime Media's latest update, and I will shout out people when I feel like it. You know. Let me say this right now. See if you can handle this, folks, because I'm working on it too. As you know, I'm a very honest person, but I've always also made it very clear that I'm also a very loving, accepting person. So if I ever say something that rubs you the wrong way or you take offense to, just stop a minute and realize something. Get real about it. Just because you like someone does not mean that that person will never say something you disagree with or that might hurt your feelings. That's not realistic. So if I say things that you don't like, I still love you. I'm still your friend, right? I hope you're mature enough, wise enough to get there, because a lot of people aren't. I'm your friend as long as you say what I like, and then you say something I don't like, and all of a sudden my perception of you has changed and I don't like you. That's just very childish to me. And so I just want to encourage people to understand that. Please be honest. Allow me to be honest and understand that when I say things you don't like, I still love you. I still like you. Can't you do that too? I think that's asking a lot. Once again, I'll put it in the public forum. These are qualities I think are absent in most of our public leaders. I think most of them would fail if they were to show whether or not they're actually decent people. They'd all fail. They're all fuckers. You're hearing this a lot from me because it's election year here in America. I like to watch the news, and the news drives me insane. I'm so eternally angry that America chooses to focus on the politics, on the race, talking about it as though, well, we're going to do this and then we're going to fix problems. But then all of a sudden it's the next election and the next election. So consequently, what has been happening that it seems like a lot of people don't seem to be noticing is that we're caught up in the election frenzy. We're not fixing anything. We're talking shit and doing nothing. And that's where my rage and my anger comes from. Is like, guys, come on, we got to stop letting these guys sell us a boatload of bullshit down the Nile, you know? At least call them on it. Just say it. You can't fix nothing. Just admit it, okay? Just admit it. Hey, I want this job. I make $100,000 a year if you vote me in. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Just vote me in. You'll see. Just be honest. I'd probably vote for you then. Okay, music. So, vibing on Glass Orchid Aftermath and Sublime Media, I pulled some records I just want to just show. But I also want to include music that I've been listening to, because I do listen. I'm looking outside because that is my plan today, besides the studio, is to get out and work more in my yard. And that's feeling real good, is spending a lot of time outdoors. You've seen through some of my videos where you see me moving around that I'm not fat. I'm not out of shape. I don't sit on my ass in front of this computer all day. And I dare say I'm not in shape. But if something were to come down, actions would speak louder than words. That's all I have to say about that, okay? People are moving things in my Dropbox here. What's going on here? Let me just look here. Okay, all right, okay, I see what's going on. Kleeman, I need to give him some time. I've been avoiding Kleeman, to be honest with you. I've been so busy with my own stuff. I need to get a hold of him. But anyway, let's talk about music for a second. So I bought this the other day, and I'm playing it now for the second time, and I love this. Michael Garrison Eclipse. This is definitely in the vein of early Tangerine Dream, bubbling, burbling, sequencer, synthesizers. Masterfully done. I don't know if you can hear it at all, but it's just right. Okay. Because I'm all over the place, I think some people don't, you know, well, anyway, I love psychedelic music. Psychedelic music and me are like one. And so watching Eric the Viking and Glass Orchid Aftermath talk about it, so I just thought I'd pull a couple of records that I want to mention, because Eric showed records that I would not have included in my Psych collection, but I stop and think about it and say, yeah, they fit like Simon and Garfunkel. I just don't think of them in that sense, you know. But, you know, he's absolutely right. Richie Havens. I tend to not, you know, that music, my orientation to it is more life. It's like this was the music that I was growing up with, and so my context of it is slightly different, but listening to him talk about it, I say, yeah, this is part of the family. But something that I think is very psychedelic and cutting edge from those days is 50-Foot Hose, Cauldron. I want to thank Mr. Fartboy 79 for getting this for me, for just sending it to me. Thank you so much, my friend. I used to have an original. This is on Phoenix reissue. But this was way ahead of its time and just strange. You know, talk about sound experimentation, truly being psychedelic in that it's stretching the idea of reality. This is one. 50-Foot Hose. Awesome. A band that I think I've seen someone show that definitely deserves mention. And I think they're wet. No, don't quote me now. Now I don't know, but Womb. This is really good. It's got elements of psychedelia and prog and a little bit of jazz on the Dot label of all things. Look at that cool ass cover too. You know, these early records were, it's like, it's very intriguing to me. And it's like, who was working at the label? Who was getting it right? Somebody definitely was on the right path at the label at the time. Look at this. This is 1969 or 70, around that time. Look at this. This is this could be Could be today, you know, just about. Just cool shit. Look at that. Definitely, you know, ahead of the time, in my opinion. The music, too. Parts are a little bit wonky. And why I say wonky, it's because they're trying ideas that maybe aren't completely working, but they're trying them anyway. And it's like maybe somebody later gets it right. But I have that one. I like this one even better. Overdub by Womb. This one has one of my favorite songs on it. Got to get my glasses and tell you the name of it. Yeah, Flash. The song Flash on this album is up there with all of the songs Genesis, Artzoid, Morrissey, everybody. Their song Flash by Womb, one of my favorite songs of all time on this album. I can hear it in my head now all the way through. It's excellent. It's a prog rock. It's progressive and psychedelic. Very different. This is Womb Overdub. Mark was showing this, so I said, yeah, hell yes. Electric Comic Book. Blues Magoos, hell yes. Here's one I don't know if I've seen anyone show. Probably someone does have it. This is not quite as psychedelic, but it's very good. Colors. Atmosphere. They have two albums. I used to have the other one. I like this one the best, but the other one is touted more. But I think this one's better. They had horns. I think at least one person went on from this band to do something of more note, but I can't recall right now. This is really good. I highly recommend this one, okay? Colors, Atmosphere. Along the psych, and then I'm going to move to something else. All right. I see what's going on. So Kleeman is updating his pre-masters for me to listen to. So I'll listen to those and get a hold of him today. I need to listen. I'm on those tracks. It's coming out on vinyl. That's another vinyl release that I'm on that should be coming out this year. Kleeman's new album. My Dropbox is active. That's why I'm... Okay. Find this, people. This is a prog rock, undiscovered. It took me a long time to settle because the guy's got a voice where you love it or hate it. And for the longest time, I hated it. And I don't like it now, but so much time has passed that it's like, okay, this music is so good. And this record is so ahead of its time. You just take the vocals. Okay, you just take them, you know. And this is excellent. I think they were from the East Coast, only made this one album. Again, it has elements that are very progressive and ahead of the times. Like, wow. Face Dancers. Okay. A couple more on the site. And then I was also digging the post-punk stuff that Fred Big Star was showing. But Apple Tree Theater, Terrence Boylan, this is one of his first albums. This is excellent. And this is also a precursor to the Fire Sign Theater. Hui had just bought one of their albums for $1. See, I do watch people. Hui is someone I vibe with. Young man has that fire for music. And he's also like, his taste is a lot like mine. Way to go, my young brother. You know, you're picking up on some classic, fantastic music. Go for it, man. Apple Tree Theater, this is one to find. Excellent, excellent. Glass Orchid Aftermath showed this. Yeah, Leon Russell in the early days with Mark Benno, making some slightly psychedelic moves. Again, it's got that honky-tonk feel to it, which, you know, I just really try to avoid. But, you know, this is really good stuff. I love it when it gets a little more strange, and there is some strange stuff on here. This one I got from Sonic Mainliner. I'm pretty sure, was it you, Sonic Mainliner, that we traded albums, or was it someone else? See, it's been a while. But the Family Tree, Miss Butters. This is more on the pop side, but this is well, that's what guys were talking about. This is good. Miss Butters by the Family Tree. That's very good, actually. And a couple more. I could go all day, you know that. This one, I was talking about Dorothy Ashby. The Chess Cadet label, which was put together by the guys that started Chess Records, the Blues Giant label. Another one of their psychedelic things, groups that you must know about is Rotary Connection, where Minnie Riperton started out. And this stuff is truly cutting edge. Fantastic, actually. I have their Christmas album too. Rotary Connection. They don't sound like anyone else. They really don't. I think this is one that you want to find out about. Rotary Connection. Some serious steps ahead, psychedelic. You can even call it progressive, not in the English prog, classical music prog sense, but in the sense that it's music moving things ahead, doing things differently. So here I am looking at the time. Okay, just a couple more. Banger Flying Circus. This band is related to H.P. Lovecraft. Check this out. And I'm going to check it out. It's been a while. Andwella, World's End. Here's another one that I don't remember too well, but when I play it, it's like, oh God, yeah, this is good. This is one where I didn't do my homework, so if there's any people who went on to bigger things, I have to look that up. But World's End, something else to encourage. Now here's one I pulled because I've always liked the cover. They had one hit. Last time I played it, I didn't like it, but it's like I kept it. So it's like, let me listen again. Maybe there's something good on here. The band is Feather, and the album is Friends, and they had a minor hit with the song Friends, I believe. Let me look here. I'm pretty sure they had a minor hit with that song. So this album might be more pop. But I've always liked this cover, and I thought I'd pull it and show it. Anybody else have this record and have any thoughts on it? Okay. Then I was watching Big Star, and he's doing a post-punk thing, and I just pulled this. It's not Aussie, but it's just like Finny Tribe. They come from that era, and I don't think I've heard this band mentioned. And Finny Tribe, I think, ended up becoming Shriekback, and this is great stuff. This is okay. Chris Connolly is also in this band too, who, as you know, went on to Revolting Cocks and some other things. But I pulled this. I'm going to play this. I can't remember it, but the post-punk thing made it come to mind. And then Jonas, Sublime Media, showed this album, Blonde, and this is very good. Very good pop. Very, very, very tuneful. And I can see why he was saying at the time in his country they were bigger than the Beatles. This is really good. I dare say, again, promotion and timing and all that stuff has a lot to do with success, not whether or not something's any good. Check this out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you other folks end up saying, wow, these guys are better than the Beatles. That's a hell of a thing to say. That you know it's the truth, people. There's a lot of music from the same time period as the Beatles that's way better than the Beatles. Some of you are saying, blasphemy. Check it out for yourselves, you know. There's a lot of music that is way better than the Beatles, and I love the Beatles. I'm just saying, let's not be stupid and think that there's a corner on creativity that only one or two people had it. That's bullshit. We all have it. It comes out in a lot of different ways. You just often don't recognize it. That's why I'm still open-minded to music nowadays. It's like, even though everything's been done before, that doesn't mean that someone can't do something fantastic now. I think they can, and I'd like to hear it if I can. Have a good one, everyone.